Hey guys, coming to you live from my car today. Actually not live because you're obviously going to watch this after the fact. But yeah, coming to you from my car today after recording a couple videos from my apartment. And I wanted to quickly address a question today that I very frequently get as an abolitionist vegan, as an ethical vegan. And first of all, actually the disclaimer that as always, the phone is safely attached here inside my car, so no need to worry about potential accidents or anything like that. But anyway, yeah, the question I want to address today is one that people frequently ask me. And the question goes, hey, when you're out with your non-vegan friends, aren't you disappointed? Aren't you really sad sometimes when you can't eat the same food that they're eating, when you can't consume the products that they're consuming, you know, and you kind of have to do your own separate thing? Isn't that like really negative? Isn't that a real downer? And when I answer that question, I always like to invite people to imagine that one day they all of a sudden wake up in a society where there's a ton of delicious food, great products, but the vast majority of them contain the skin of children that were imprisoned, tortured, and killed in order to produce those products. And if you can imagine that, you can imagine how I feel about the question. You know, if you chose not to consume those products, but to seek out delicious, fantastic products that don't contain the skin of children, of abused children, and then someone came to you and said, don't you feel sad about that? Isn't that really disappointing that you can't participate in that? You know, just imagine how absurd the question would seem to you. It wouldn't even register. It'd be so nonsensical. You know, and that's exactly how I feel. I can truly say that being vegan and rejecting the products of cruelty, of exploitation, of torture, of oppression, of death, is not a sacrifice at all. It is truly, and I'm being completely genuine here, it truly is a joy. It has enriched my life. It has elevated my sense of self-worth. Knowing that I'm doing the right thing just feels so liberating and feels so good. And the only thing that does make me sad in those moments is seeing my otherwise really good friends that I hold in very high regard, and all of them walking in the wrong direction, and creating all this misery and suffering. And that's really the only thing that makes me sad. But my actions make me very happy. I feel fantastic about them. I hope that makes some sense, and I would really like to invite you to try it out yourselves, and not just try it out for a day or two, but to actually engage with what is needed, what is done to animals in order for us to produce animal products, and the suffering that goes into that, and the injustice and the exploitation that goes into that, and to then give yourselves a chance to discover delicious vegan food, delicious, great vegan products, and to really allow your mind to shift, because it will. And I really hope that some of you are going to try it out. Please comment or comment on this. If you have any questions, any comments, please hit me up, because I always like to engage about this stuff. Make sure that you retweet my tweet with the link to this video if you see any value in this video whatsoever, or share on your social media. We really need to spread the word and cause a paradigm shift in society if we're going to bring that ultimately bring down the system of exploitation. And most importantly, as always, go vegan for peace.